Hi, this is Michael Brook from Rapid Couples Counseling, and this video is, have you lost yourself in your relationship? Now, often when people come to me and their relationship is in crisis, they will say, particularly if they've been together for a long period of time, they have a sense that they've lost their self. They don't know who they are. Now, this is particularly common for certain groups of people. For example, mothers, women who have given up their career for a period of time to be the primary caregiver. Normally, particularly if they have two children, normally this is around the about 5 to 7 year mark of the child rearing. Often women will get to a point where they go, I don't know who I am anymore, and I need to recover a sense of self. This is what they say. They say, I feel like I've lost myself. Now, what is a sense of self? A sense of self is a sense of who you are as an individual, the roles you take in life, what's acceptable and what's not acceptable to you, that's unique to you. That has no reference to anybody else. Now, the problem is motherhood as an identity references somebody else. Being a wife references your husband. Or the same thing with husbands. Husbands can lose a sense of self as well, but the sense of identity of a husband and a father references other people. Both men and women can lose a sense of self. Over a period of time, people lose a sense of who they are in their relationship. One of the great relationship educators that I really admire is a guy by the name of David Schnarch, who unfortunately died in 2020. He's a big fan of something called Bowenian differentiation theory. Now, differentiation theory basically states that a good relationship exists with two people who have a good sense of their own selves. Often, when people lose a sense of self, that's when they lose the capacity to have a good relationship. When they become extremely reactive to their partner, where they're like emotionally smushed together, and where they lose their capacity to not be triggered by their partner. Now, often when couples come to me and they're very smushed into each other, it's very clear to me that they don't have a sense of self, even if not saying it, because they're extremely reactive to each other. Yeah. Now, if you're in a relationship and you feel like you're extremely reactive to everything your partner's doing, or you've been in a relationship for a really long period of time and you feel like you've lost your sense of self, well, it's really important for you to get it back, because a healthy relationship is maintained when you've got two people with a healthy sense of their own selves. So if you imagine it like this, you've got when people meet, this partner A has a sense of their own self, partner B has a sense of their own self, but when they meet, then form a relationship, their sense of their self gets smooshed in with each other, and when they get fully smooshed in with each other and something goes wrong, they have no ability to tolerate any difference, but by having a slight separation of themselves, creating a new sense of their self, and creating differentiation or distance, not distances in physical distance, but creating differentiation between the sense of themselves, then the relationship can improve. Now, this is essentially what I try and do with every couple, particularly if they're in crisis, that to create a sense of themselves. But once again, it's about the Goldilocks zone. I've got another video on this. Too close is too much, too far away is too much. There's a distance that's just right in terms of the Goldilocks zone and a couple sense of themselves. So if you've lost the sense of yourself and you feel like you've lost yourself in your relationship, it's really important for you to actually work on that, to find time to do things that's uniquely, selfishly your time, whether it's going for a massage, whether it's taking up a hobby that your partner doesn't want to do, or whether it's doing something by yourself that's just for you. And when you do that, firstly, you'll begin to appreciate the people around you more. You get to appreciate your time out, right? And then the relationship typically improves when that happens, because you can actually have time, you can remember who you are and what you're doing and why you're choosing to be there. Now, sometimes if their partner doesn't want them to have a sense of themselves, they can fight this, and that's always a mistake. Because when someone completely loses their sense of self, they have a limited number of ways of resolving this. The first one is to fight. right? Because if I don't have a sense of self, I will fight you to get it. The second one is to withdraw emotionally and sexually, because that creates differentiation. The third one is to throw the relationship in a crisis. The fourth one is to have an affair. And the fifth one is to end the relationship, right? So there are a limited number of ways of dealing with a sense of losing a sense of self, right? So it's useful when their partner says they're losing a sense of their self for that person to be able to spend time to create a sense of themselves. But it's also, if they're going to do that, they need to remember that they're in a relationship and they need to bring that sense of self back to the relationship. Because you don't want to get too far away and go on a journey you can't recover from. So it's really important to do that and to bring the new sense of yourself back to the relationship, and that will revitalize and refresh the relationship like crazy. So I hope this has helped. If you are in a relationship where you feel like you've lost your sense of self, please give me a call and book in a session. There's a booking link in the description. Please like and subscribe to the channel, and I look forward to making more quality content for you in the future. Thanks very much. Bye.